So we can break about the hit me if I seem a little unimpressed with this. An antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with it.
What is up, guys? Today I'll be talking about the time that I cheated, and so yeah, let's get right into it. But anyways, guys, when I cheated, I got some of my work done. Okay, let me just tell you this now. Anyways, guys, let's get to the story. So it was a normal day of social studies class, right? We had to do like a 5-paragraph memoir or like summary or something, 5 or 6 paragraphs. And that's a lot to me. Probably like, that's pretty easy. What are you talking about? To me, it was really hard. I had a hard time in social studies. I just didn't like it. I didn't like writing, and I didn't like social studies at all. But anyways, so I was doing my poem memoir thing, and so I went back to the poem source I got it from, and then I scrolled down and I saw this summary slash memoir thing over there below it, and it was like 5 paragraphs long. So I was super happy, right? And so I was like, yay, finally some way I can get out of this, right? And so I just copied and pasted it. I was like, I might as well do this. So I did that. I turned it in to Miss Cassie, and she's like, oh, Jerry, you already done? Oh yeah, I just put it in my printer, right? And she printed it, and she read over it, and she's like, these are really philosophical words. Where'd you come up with these? And I said, oh yeah, I read in class, and I already knew some of them, right? And so, I was like, I'm screwed. She probably already knows that I cheated. But she's like, alright, thanks, Jerry. And she handed it back to me, and I was like, ooh, I'm in the clear, right? So I just played games on the Chromebook for like the rest of the day, right? And it was the end of the day because social studies was my last period of the day. And so I got my backpack, rode home on the bus. And so basically I got home, 2 days passed. Those were pretty good fun 2 days, right? And so, next came right after PE, social studies, right? And I got called down to the office. They're like, oh yeah, can we please have Jerry at the office? And Rebecca, let's just give my teacher a name, Rebecca. Alright? And Rebecca was all like, oh yeah, just head down there, right? And then I'll just call the person I had to deal with about the referral thing. I'll just call him Mr. Philly. Alright. So Mr. Philly, after I got to the office, Mr. Philly was all like, oh yeah, meet me in the back. And I came over there. He was like, do you know why you're here? And I was like, no, why? Because, well, let me tell you this. I had no clue that I cheated. I totally forgot about it because I was done so quickly. So I forgot why I was in here, or why that I even cheated. So he's like, oh yeah, I got a email. I think, yeah, I think he said email. It was either call or email, but he said, yeah, I got an email from Miss Cassidy saying that you plagiarized. She checked it with her plagiarized checker. I didn't even know those were even a thing until now. And so he said that Miss Cassidy checked in plagiarized forms, right, or whatever. I was like, oh no. And then at that moment I was like, oh my god, I'm so screwed. I didn't even know what plagiarism meant, and I knew that I was screwed. And so he's like, plagiarism means, when you take something off the internet and it's not yours. And I'm like, oh god. And then he's all like, oh yeah, Rebecca wrote you up a form for referral for plagiarism, forgery, and cheating. And that sounded so way worse than it actually was. So I was like, oh my god, I got another referral. And he's like, you got referrals in the past time, but it really wasn't for anything big. One of them was for 3rd grade, you spit on another kid. The next one was getting in a fight with somebody, and the last one was, bringing nunchucks to school, which I didn't think was that bad since I didn't even use them, and I didn't even pull them out, but somehow a kid was stealing stuff out of my backpack, and I caught him, and he's like, oh my god, you have nunchucks. And I was like, wow, really? You were stealing? Now you just blame on me? And so, anyways, I was pretty mad about that. And then I got my referral. My fingers started bleeding, so there's blood on the paper, which didn't help the cause at all. It even made it look like my parents murdered me. But I wonder what the office thought when they saw my paper. But anyways, so, I got back home from school. I gave it to my mom, and she's like, oh yeah, what's this? I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of cheated in an assignment. She's like, you what? And then she read it over, and she's all like, write 100 sentences to Miss Cassidy saying I will not cheat or plagiarize. And I was like, okay, I guess I will. And before I left that first day, when I heard about that I cheated and they found out, I told Miss Cassidy, I'm embarrassed, sorry I cheated and stuff, right? The real sorry thing and stuff. So I told her that, and then that I'm just recapping from what I did that I didn't mention. But anyways, my mom read over it, and I got to 53 sentences, and I passed out. I was so tired, and I fell asleep. And then my mom woke me up saying, "Oh yeah, I got a call from Miss Cassidy." Wait, no, not Miss Cassidy. Miss Cassidy's the name of my 4th grade teacher. What am I saying? Okay, but I'm in 8th grade now, so it's like 2 times the years. But anyways, Rebecca was all like, she's all like, "Oh yeah, I got a call from Miss Rebecca." And so, I was like, oh yeah, huh. So, this is probably worse, since I'm probably getting another lecture from my mom. And then she's like, oh no, she said to, take it easy on you because you're a good kid and stuff. So I was like super happy about that. And so she told me, oh yeah, you don't have to write up the rest of the sentences. The next day I turned it into Miss Cassidy. Miss Cassidy was like, oh, thank you, didn't have to write all this. So my mom made me. She's like, oh, okay. And she started laughing. And so, anyways, that leaves us here at the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next video.